welcome to this press conference as we get set for a great night of World Championship Boxing this Saturday at the Manchester Arena. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions and their great sponsors, 32 Red and Foot Asylum. Well, at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the host of this press conference. He is the voice of BT Sport Boxing, Mr. John Rawling.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the fight, which is long anticipated, the comeback of Tyson Fury, it's all going to be broadcast live on BT Sport on Saturday evening. Tickets, I'm told, are going extremely well for the event, and they are optimistic of getting something in the region of 15,000 people turning up, which, if that's true, is sensationally good, and it shows just what an interest there is in the comeback of Tyson Fury. I think he's bought into something with the British public, which I sense that there's a very real hope and in many cases an expectation that he's going to get back to the top of the sport, and it's going to be a fascinating year that we've got in prospect as he moves back towards title contention, starting with Sefer Safari on Saturday night. But we've got a great card alongside that. Two guys either side of me are going to be fighting for the vacant WBO World Super Lightweight Champion, Maurice Hooker and Terry Flanagan, carrying home support, and on paper that shapes up to be a tremendous contest. Steve Maylett is his trainer, Dino Duva here is promoter of Maurice Hooker, and Vince at the end, Vince Mazur, is the trainer of Maurice Hooker, and we'll hear from them all shortly. But before then, let's talk to some of the other guys on the undercard, starting with on my left down here, another Manchester favourite who's going to get some sizable support there, who is Mark Heffron. Mark is undefeated in 18 contests. He's going to be fighting for the vacant WBC International Silver title against Andrew Robinson, who's a real tough guy from the Midlands. And this is something on the line for you here, Mark. This is what you've been waiting for, isn't it? This is the title opportunity.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to another little step up for me and getting into the title mix. That's what I want. These are the fights that I want, the title fights. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Where do you want to be a year from now if you get through this okay? I mean, are you looking at British title?
Yeah, I'll get the win on Saturday. I'm looking to move on to British, Commonwealth, definitely, yeah. I want to be British and Commonwealth champion by the end of the year. You
come from a real fighting family, don't you? This is, I guess, this is what you were born to do.
Yeah. My dad used to box, and my brother. Yeah, so we box.
And as ever, you'll have the name of your little daughter Poppy on your trunk, so I imagine, when you're in there.
Yeah, it's on the front of my shorts, so I was on there.
I know you're fighting for her future very much as well as your own. Tell us about Robinson, because you'll have had a look at him, I'm sure. He's a tough guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I've watched bits of him. He's just pretty one-dimensional. Just comes forward, takes a lot. So if I land on him, I can't see going the distance.
And how's your weight? Because you're a big old lump for a middleweight.
My weight's good. I woke up at 11 stone 8 this morning. Yeah, so the weight's bang on. The weight's not been a problem.
And getting out in front of your home public here at the Manchester Arena and having your friends and fans out there, the Manchester guys?
Yeah, brilliant. So we're fighting me all the time in Manchester, especially to be on the undercard of Tyson Fury as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a great experience, and I just can't wait for it. And
you'll know these guys well as well. I'm sure you know Terry well.
Yeah, I grew up with Terry all the way through the amateurs. Went all over the place fighting. Good, yeah.
So it's a case of getting
your... Do you remember Poland?
Say again?
Yeah. Well, Poland, it was Germany.
Oh, it was Germany.
Well, get some real stories on that one at some stage.
Oh, there's a few.
You'll be getting yours out of the way and then getting to ringside to hope Terry can do the business, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Terry will do the business.
Okay, well, all the best.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday night.
Thank you.
In front of me, from a little bit down the East Lancs Road, JJ Metcalf, Liverpool lad, who's going to be fighting one Heitor Nieto, from Oviedo in Spain. JJ's undefeated in 17 fights. This is for the vacant WBC International Super Welterweight crown. And JJ, tell us what you know about this Spanish guy who you're now facing.
I know he's been very active lately, very experienced, done the 12 rounds, plenty of time. He's never been stopped either, so it's going to be a good fight, can't wait.
How's your preparations been going?
Brilliant, everything to plan.
Fit and raring to go.
Yeah.
Now, if people, not everybody here might not know, JJ's the son of Shay Neary, who used to be able to fight a little bit in years gone by. And if I've told you that and you remember what he looks like, you can see Dad here is he's a real chip off the old block. How much does he inspire you? You presumably remember when he was back in the fighting days.
Yeah, massively. I grew up watching him. Never let me go to the fights though, and just watching him in telly. But he's probably the reason I got into boxing in the first place. And he's also training me now alongside Joe McNally, so he's a massive part in my life.
Gives you plenty of tips.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Did you ever see those the Mickey Ward fights and some of the other fights, the one in the Big Top in Liverpool? I mean, those are special nights your dad was involved in.
Yeah, I remember them when I was a kid watching them, and I've also watched them over again now. Brilliant fights.
And I guess the motivations to try and get to that sort of level yourself.
Definitely, yeah. Hopefully surpass that level too.
Okay, well, good luck on Saturday night.
Thank you.
Now we're talking a lot about the heavyweights and about Tyson Fury, but two guys sitting in front of me are going to have their own little dust up on Saturday night. Undefeated lad in front of me, who is Nathan Gorman, who comes from Nantwich, just down the road, undefeated in 11 fights, and he's in against a real tough guy here from Dublin, Sean Turner. And it's going to be, many people would see, Nathan's first real, genuine test. Let's hear from Sean first of all. What are you going to bring to this fight, Sean?
Suppose I'm going to bring me boxing gloves.
Good start.
The boxing gear. I'm going to bring everything to the range, you know. I'm going to really put it on Nathan. I don't think Nathan really seems what he's in for, as I'm going to hit him back as hard as I can. Like most of his opponents I've seen him fight haven't really hit him back at all. So we're going to have to test Nathan's chin tonight, see how he gets on. He's a really nice guy. Just let it is what it is.
You're trying to rough him up and give him maybe more problems than what he's seen before, maybe a bit more man strength.
100%, yeah, he's getting hit by a man, Nathan's only a boy, you know what I mean? I don't take a step back, so.
This boy's going to beat you then.
Definitely, this boy's going to beat you.
I don't think so, then.
I know so.
I don't think so.
Well,
Nathan, what do you say when he says that you've not fought anybody yet?
Well, I can't. I disagree with that, to be fair. You know, I've fought and beaten fighters, and beat people's beat you. So I disagree with that. You know, I've fought two or three unbeaten fighters. Sean's just another step along the way for me.
No, Nathan, you're looking past me. That's the thing.
No,
you don't look past fighters. You don't look past fighters. You're already looking at the boy for next month or the month after or whatever. You're going to be sparked out. Doesn't matter if you have 10.
No.
It doesn't matter if you have 10 Ricky Hattons in your corner. You're not going to win tomorrow night.
I will.
You will not.
There's no doubt in my mind.
I'm telling you now, you will not win.
I will.
Or you won't.
I will.
There's one Ricky Hatton sitting right alongside Nathan now, who trains Nathan and has supervised his preparations for this one. Grab the microphone, Ricky, and tell us your perspective of this one. I mean, he is a hard guy, this man.
Yeah, it's Nathan's toughest fight. He knows that, you know, it's the right fight at the right time. I think everyone who's seen Nathan fight, you know, nice kid. You know what I mean? He's got unbelievable boxing ability and unbelievable hand speed. But that's the only, but one thing he hasn't shown is what he's going to have to show. I think against, Sean, he's going to have to show that he's got the stamina, that he can go through the gears, and that he can fight up close and not just at a distance. And that's exactly what he can do. He's very, very good at that, and sitting in the pocket and fighting up close. He's never had to show it yet, but I think he might have to on Saturday. So it's hopefully Sean will bring the best out of him.
People have said, Nathan, that you're too nice. How do you react to that?
I don't know. Ask Sean after Saturday. Yeah, I'm just a nice lad, in general, I'm not one for talking, I'm not brash. I just get on and do my job.
Let me just bring Ricky in again. If he gets through this, how far do you believe this lad can go? Because you're still only 21, aren't you, Nathan?
Yeah, still 21, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not just for all of us, basically, for Tyson, for Terry Flanagan, for me, you've got to tick the boxes, as you go along. And there's a couple of boxes that he hasn't ticked yet. And I think that's what's giving Sean confidence, that he can win the fight, because he probably thinks he's just this young kid that's got good hand speed and good boxing ability, but there's a little bit more to him, and he's not had a chance to show it yet, but he most definitely is going to have to on Saturday, because obviously Sean's going to come and bring it to him. It's a fight that...
I'm going to break his heart. I'm going to break his heart.
Sean's been asking for it for a couple of years, so I know he's up for it, and I know he wants it. And Nathan, we've accepted it twice. The first one he didn't come off because Sean obviously got offered a bigger fight at the time, which is no problem. But the point I'm trying to make is, I think it's clear to see that both the boys want it, and they're both looking very determined to come out on top. I think it'll make for a great fight. I think this is one that's going to have to bring out the other side of Nathan, which he hasn't shown yet.
How are you going to break his heart, Sean?
Listen, Ricky's talking about him having to stand in the pocket. Come to me, don't run. Stand in my pocket. Stand in my pocket for 30 seconds and see where you end up. Right?
Tell me when we end up.
On the deck.
I doubt it either.
Ricky off you like that.
I doubt it out, please.
It's one of the great...
You don't go running around the ring then. You don't go running around the ring like you do it every fight. Slap, run around the ring.
What are you going to do?
You stand toe to toe with me.
What are you going to do?
You stand toe to toe with me and see what happens. You stand toe to toe with me and see what happens, right?
Yeah, I'll knock you out.
Won't happen. You're just sort of using the same thing that I just said. You stand toe to toe with me on Saturday night.
You're all
we will see what happens.
We'll soon see Saturday.
I'm not out, mate.
We'll soon see Saturday. There's only 2 more sleeps.
Stand toe to toe with me on Saturday night. Don't do your usual slap and move.
I'll do what I have to beat you.
Toe to toe with me, and we will see what happens. It will be an early night for me. End of story.
I think we can safely say it's going to be an interesting one. That is one of the fights which is going to be shown on BT Sport, and one of the fights that you can enjoy on Saturday night at the Manchester Arena. It's scheduled for 10 rounds. Whether or not it's going to go as far as that, well, we will see. We will see. Only takes one punch with heavyweights, and they're both clearly very ready for it. Right, let's move on to the one that we're really talking about here this afternoon. The principal support to Tyson Fury's fight, and it's the world title fight between Terry Flanagan, Maurice Hooker, and both of them undefeated. Terry in 33 fights, Maurice 23 victories, also with that 0 in his record. Maurice from Texas and Terry from right here in Manchester. Right, well, let's start with the visitors camp first of all. Dino Duva, who's been around the boxing world for many a year, comes from the great Duva promotional dynasty. And great to see you here, Dino. Tell us a little bit about your involvement with this fella and why you obviously feel he's going to win.
Thank you, John. Yeah, it's just an honor to be here, working with Frank and the whole promotion. Very excited about being here, working with the BBC, the WBO, but I'm just especially honored to be here with this whole team. Maurice Hooker, his manager, Ani Verbeek, trainer, Vince Parra. They have a mission. They're not concerned about going to Terry Flanagan's hometown to challenge for the vacant title against Terry. They have great respect. We all have great respect for Terry, but I am so confident that Maurice Hooker is going to bring the belt back home to the States. It's just really, really exciting to be here. I have great respect for Terry and his team. You know, he was a great champion, moving up in weight. I don't think it's that big of a deal for him, but it's going to be a great fight. The one thing that I don't understand is I just flew in this morning, and before I got on the plane last night, Arnie, Maurice's manager, told me what the odds were on this fight. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I mean, I have respect for Terry. He was a champion, but I think on paper this is a 50-50 fight.
What are the latest?
I heard it's like 5-1 for Terry. I mean, that's crazy.
So does that mean that the Duva money's going on this money?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I have all the confidence in the world in Maurice. And you can't pass up odds like that with a guy who you think's going to win. Absolutely.
Frank Warren's been known to have the odd sporting bet, you know.
Yeah, well, look, maybe Frank and I will make a side bet too.
Let's hear from the two guys down at the end of the table, Maurice's manager and trainer. And you obviously both have studied Terry long and hard. Tell us a little bit about your fighter, first of all, about what makes him special and about what he's like as a man.
First of all, I want to thank everybody here in Manchester. You guys, this has been a great experience. It's a great sports town. Always been a big Ricky Hatton fan. I followed him a lot when he came to Vegas, and and half of Manchester would come with him. He's a credit to the sport and to the city, so cheers to you, Ricky. Thank everybody. Maurice is, I got with Maurice about 5 years ago. He was an 8-0 prospect, and right when his manager Arnie had sent him out, I just threw him right into the fire. We do most of our camps at the Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles, so I immediately took Maurice up there, and right from the get-go, we started a training camp with Miguel Cotto, to Rustam Provodnikov, to, you name it. It's, that gym is really great because it brings all international styles to you. So working with him has been great. Watching him develop, having highs and lows, and coming back to get himself to 100% health. It's been great watching him, and was a real threat.
Who's Maurice fought? Of any name?
Well, it's gonna be here now.
Who's he fought?
He's fought all junior welterweights, not featherweights. Well,
Perez was lighter than him because he campaigned at lightweight.
That's right, and that's why you guys took the fight, because of that one fight.
Nothing to do with Perez. We did not took the fight. He's number one, yeah? You're number two. The title was vacant. That's what happens. Number one fights number two.
Your promoter wanted to fight Jack Catterall, the WBO.
We wanted to fight Maurice Hooker, and he's in Manchester, and that's what's happening.
And we're happy to be here, and we're happy to have brand new fans come Saturday night.
It's going to be interesting Saturday night. Any more questions? Yeah.
Ricky, how do you feel Nathan's going to respond to Sean, who's somebody who's actually really going to put it on him? What sort of performance are we going to see from Nathan when Sean's really going to go for it, like an opponent who he's going to win?
Well, I think he's just going to show another side to his game. I mean, I get where Sean's coming from, because Nathan has won it all on his boxing ability, his hand speed, and but the stuff that he hasn't shown, like sitting in the pocket and and going through the gears and stamina and stuff like that. I've seen it in the gym, so I know he's capable of doing that. So that's why we're confident, Simple,
Because in Sean's last fight, he properly put it on, wall kicked the guy. A lot of pressure.
Absolutely, yeah. It's Nathan's at that stage of his career, his young career, where he needs a fight, a fight like that. You know what I mean? He's had the journeyman, and he's had you know, an unbeaten prospect in Sophie, who was a little bit smaller than Nathan, but I mean, this is the right style of opponent for where Nathan's at in his career, and I wouldn't have accepted the fight if I didn't think he can tick the boxes he's not shown yet, because I've seen him tick them boxes in the gym. He's just got to do it in the ring now and prove to, and I'm quite excited because people are going to see a side of his game they haven't seen before, hopefully.
Any more?
Yeah, question for Sean. You're quite adamant that you want Nathan to stand toe-to-toe with you. Are you worried that he's going to be running then?
I'm just worried that as soon as he feels my first right hand hit him in the face, that it's going to be more of a sprint, or a, what would you call it, a race around the ring to catch him than anything else. Because once he feels my power, he's not going to want to feel it again. That's fact. So hopefully, listen, doesn't go that way, but I know the way the fight's going to go already in my mind. I'm going to hit him, he's going to run, try and score his points. But listen, we're ready for that as well, so we're all ready. We're ready.
Rick, how pleased are you so far with Nathan's progression in his career so far?
Sorry?
How pleased are you with the progression so far, Nathan?
Yeah, you know, he's had, you know, like I mentioned earlier, he's gone through the journeyman, you know, stage, and he fought the unbeaten German, you know, kid, you know. But this is his younger opponent that's come to win. You know what I mean? I mean, the German kid, even though he was an unbeaten prospect, I don't think he came to win, if you like. And I always struggle with the journeyman, you know, to be honest. But when people came and tried to win rather than survive, they left more openings for me, and you know, and hopefully that's what's going to happen on Saturday night. You know what I mean? Sean's going to bring it to him. There's going to be plenty of shots thrown. You know, so there's going to be more shots that are thrown, the more gaps they leave. And I think Nathan's going to look to find one.
Any more for any more? Right, well, thank you very much for coming along today, and thanks to the guys. We'll be doing some photographs now, and anybody who's not got the interviews that they need, the guys